Okay, this is where I try and make sense of that really insane and entertaining tribal council, and I can't. Literally, too much happened at that tribal council, and there were too many unknowns as to what led up to that, what changed in the moment, and what the fallout is going to be from this. There's just way too much because the edit makes it seem like that Kelly Wentworth was the target before Tribal Council, but the mood at Tribal Council indicated that David was the target, even though I think Wentworth still got a vote. And then, but I was thinking you don't really need to play that idol, David, and then someone who I didn't think actually was that much in danger of going went. And again, we don't get insight into like Victoria's mind and a couple of other people. I mean, like, sure, Victoria was only one small part of the whatever you want to, whatever term you want to put in that blank bit, but it's just like I would like to get a little bit more into her mind, but as a little bit of an interview that Dalton Ross indicated when he asked all of the players here, is there any twists or changes to Survivor that you want? She indicated that she wanted a little bit more back to basics, where she says, I want classic Survivor, which was from season like 15 to 30, but I think she's actually referring to 19 to 30 because she was of the attitude one swap, a little less idols and advantages, so she's not thinking of Exile Island, she's thinking of Samoa, two worlds apart, and I don't think that's an entirely bad thing, to be honest with you, because having more than one swap does make the season a little harder to follow. And while this season and last season have had only one swap, the fact that you increase it to 3 and they're looking for every little sort of way to avoid filler airtime, in a way, having it go from 2 tribes to 3 achieves the same effect, especially since when there's 3 tribes, almost always one tribe doesn't ever go to tribal. Right. It's not entirely a bad idea, though. Ditch the extra and steal a vote, though you might keep the idol nullifier. I don't think that would be an insanely bad idea, though I highly doubt they're going to do that. A better idea would be to expand the game by a few days when you have 20 people, because then it's easier for you to get rid of the excess people. When there's 18, because it's a final 3, it's actually pretty easy to get rid of the excess people, because the game in that situation gets you down to 4 people by the end of day 38 perfectly, so you just got one extra person to get rid of. Right. Anything else to mention? Oh yeah, like, what was the exact bit of discussion that made Rick and David suddenly buddy-buddy again? Did Rick all of a sudden realize, oh, there's more cracks than I thought? Wait, David was right? I just would have liked a little more moment from him in that regard. Now, he did mention that either at Tribal or in a confession, I knew that Karma had cracks, but I was not expecting it to happen this soon. He absolutely said that. But I just would have liked a little more prominent moment. And then also, a couple of the groups that Gavin was trying to do during this episode, and like, is it really you, Julie, hopefully I'm not confusing the names here, and then it was Victoria, and who was the 4th person at the beginning of the episode? Or was that Wentworth and War Dog? Well, he definitely had Wentworth and War Dog in another situation, so that's kind of odd. Yeah, but as I'm trying to get at to you, there's a whole bunch of unknowns here, and the best thing that we can do is actually just continue watching the show. Well, I continue watching the show, and I need to stop saying that because you all know that I'm behind at this point, and that's getting really tiring to anyone who's watching this years down the line. See you for the next episode.